All right, we're back. Yeah, it was weird because I just hold to use the restroom, and then I started to put you guys off hold, started walking, and I could see everyone in the chat was saying he's gone, he's petting his weasel right now. Yeah, it was weird because I put you guys on hold and used the restroom, but it was down in the basement, like on the first floor of the Randall Museum, so maybe that's why I didn't have signal. But then when I walked out, the stream was still going, and it didn't say it was buffering, but it looks like none of you guys could actually see it, so I just restarted another one. Apex's weasel, yes. Yes. He wanted me to pet the weasel, so I was busy petting the weasel. Hey Gigi. Everyone in the chat says I was petting my weasel back there. That's why they couldn't see my live stream. So yes, there's the Sutro Tower, famous antenna. Used to be the tallest structure in the city. Well, when you said pet the weasel, I wasn't sure what you were talking about. Explanation first, and then I go to the more mundane explanations, so that's just how my mind works. Okay, 17th Street. Now I kind of want to make my way slowly, not in a hurry, but back to Fulton and Baker, which is where I'm parked, but I'm not sure how to get there from here. But this next street up here has a very cool name, so let's go on it. This is Uranus Street. This street is named after Uranus. What's up, Medano? That's something for OnlyFans. Exactly, exactly, Gigi. Could someone please link my OnlyFans in the chat? Thank you. Now, which way do I want to go towards Fulton and Baker there? Roy or HD? And we have Mara Goodger with us. Hello, friends. Nice to see. England. So we have a very colorful house here. What would you guys say that color is? It's not quite orange. It's kind of bronze, maybe? I don't know. What color would you say that is? Robert has to head north, yes, but I forgot my compass, HD. Pumpkin color? Yeah, you could say that. Yeah. I was going to say maybe rust. So left or right on Deming? What do you think? Left is uphill. Let's go. No, right is uphill. Oh, left is a dead end, so we're going right. I'm parked close to, it's called Bob's on Baker. It's one of Bob's Donuts outlets over there, donut shops on Baker Street. That's where I'm parked close to. I need to make my way there, but not anytime soon because it's free 4-hour parking at that spot. I don't know why it's, I drove around that whole neighborhood and it was all 2-hour, 2-hour, 2-hour. And then I see a sign and it's 4-hour. I'm like, I'm parking right here. This is Clayton Street. Turn right on Clayton, perfect. Chandler says it was maroon. I feel like it was a little bit lighter than maroon. Yeah, Bob's on Baker is where I was parked close to. That's a small coffee shop. $2.25 for a coffee. Can't beat that. That's like Tim Hortons prices. Serve your own though. They just give you a cup and you serve your own coffee, put your own sugar, put your whatever in there. I actually prefer that because then I can control the amount of sugar and cream I put in. Okay, thanks HD. I'll just keep taking Clayton for a while. It's not a street I'm familiar with at all. So let's explore. I believe is that Mount Davidson up there? It's one of the real foresty areas of the city where they actually have like real woodlands. Sucks when they have the garbage cans right down like that. No one can pull into their driveway. Sutro Forest. That's Mount Sutro. That's right. Yeah, Mount Sutro. So the Sutro Tower, is that on Mount Sutro or is that on one of the Twin Peaks? I can't remember. They're all like pretty close to each other, right? Oh, this is Ashbury. I'm going to take Ashbury probably. Well, no, you're saying continue on Clayton. Yeah, that probably makes more sense. Although I believe Ashbury will hit Fulton as well, will it not? Let's see. Oh, it's on Mount Sutro. Okay. Or actually, which way am I going here? I'm supposed to be continuing on Clayton, right? Let's continue on. Ashbury will also take you there. All right, let's go down Ashbury. I don't have to get back to my car right away. I just want to go into the general direction so that I'm not like an hour away when it's time for me to get back to my car. We actually didn't really explore Haight Street that much, so we'll go explore Haight Street more. It's not really on either, right? Well, I think this will get me to the area where I want to go anyways, and then we'll find it from there.
And put my windshield back. It's 8 days before they do another windshield.
This will get us to Haight, and we'll walk down Haight for a while, and I'll find my car at that point. Go into Amoeba. Well, yeah, so I tried to get into Amoeba earlier, but it was closed. Is it past 11 now? Anyone know what time it is? You can put exclamation point time in the chat if you want, so I can know what time it is. Are there many hot dog joints? Oh, it's noon? Okay, cool. Nothing like a delicious hot dog. I haven't had a good hot dog in a long time. Yeah, we'll go check out Amoeba Music again. Well, we walk by there, we'll go back there again. And see if we can go inside this time. I like this style house. Almost looks like a Swiss chalet or something. It used to be a bowling alley. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. Well, it's an iconic music store, but it's not from the Haight-Ashbury era. It's from the 90s, right? And there's a gated community called Ashbury Terrace. Looks pretty nice. This is number 927, and they've got a another Ukrainian flag in the house. You think that is a Tudor style house? Yeah, Tudor style, yeah. Yeah, that's right. It's cool style. Look at all these different architectural styles on this street, in this whole neighborhood. Every house looks different. Different colors and different architectural styles. Like, you can tell it wasn't just some developer who's like, I'm going to build a whole subdivision of houses that look exact same. Like, look how unique that house is. Very, very good design they have here. This is a very nice neighborhood for houses. Like, because if you walk around Sunset in Richmond, every house looks the same. Every house looks the same over there. But these guys got different colors. There's one in Berkeley and in Los Angeles. I've never been to Berkeley, California. That might be a cool place to check out. The university there was also very iconic and really part of the counterculture. Berkeley is kind of a almost like a second Haight-Ashbury in many ways, right? They had so many protests there. Berkeley's a cool town. I got to go check out Berkeley at some point. Forgot all about it. UC Berkeley has a nice campus. Oh, I would imagine. It's one of the most iconic universities in the whole country. I know UCLA has a beautiful campus. I've driven by it. Okay, so we're back to Frederick. This is kind of where we were before, right? Geographically, things aren't really that far apart in San Francisco. It's just the hills make things a lot harder to walk to sometimes. Nice church here. Okay, now this is the Grateful Dead house again. So we're very close to where we need to go. Anyone who wasn't here earlier? Is it buffering? Oh shit. Grateful Dead house, 710 Ashbury. Oh, these guys got their little go-kart going here. Hey, Denise. And if you weren't here earlier, this is Janis Joplin's former house, the pink one here. 635 Ashbury. I don't know if Lauren Order made it back, but she was asking about the Grateful Dead house earlier, so if she didn't make it back, then she missed it twice, it looks like. So now we'll turn left on Haight and then we'll go check out Amoeba Music. This is the corner of Haight and Ashbury. How did Janis Joplin die? Heroin overdose, poor thing.
At the time when I read it, I have a very strong emotional connection to this thing because at the time when I read it, I thought it was such a cool thing. And then when I grew up, I started reading like the counterpoints as to like why it didn't mean anything in the end, or why it was harmful for society in the long run.
This is Aviator Nation store. The legendary Jimi Hendrix Red House. When I say legendary, I mean chances are he probably didn't live there, but Jimi Hendrix's life is shrouded in mystery. His whole life is like a riddle wrapped in an enigma. So perhaps he did live there. Oh, these guys look like they got good slices. That guy just walked out with a nice looking slice. Slice House by Tony Gemigiani. If your name is Tony Gemigiani, you probably know how to make a good pizza. Hey Justin, hey Juanita. Janis Joplin was the first concert you ever went to when you were 8 years old. That's so cool. That is so cool, Denise. That's amazing. Jimmy lived in Monterey for a while. Very cool. He did play at the Monterey Pop Festival. And so did Janis Joplin. It's a funny story. After she played at the Monterey Pop Festival, Clive Davis, the famous record producer, one of the greatest record producers of all time, he became the head of RCA eventually. He's like discovered so many famous artists. He was like, I gotta sign Janis Joplin. So he flies her out to New York, puts a contract in front of her. He's like, sign this contract, we'll make a bunch of records and make a bunch of money. She's like, I'll sign it on one condition. Dude's like, what? She's like, you gotta sleep with me first. He hopped on that thing like bees on a wildflower, man. Are you kidding me? Talk about icing on the cake. You get to sign Janis Joplin and sleep with her all together in the same day. How's that go for you? Yeah, so she was fun. There's Brioche Restaurant. And there's a very cool sign here, Rasputin Records. Rasputin Records. You like that one, Denise? Funny story. In the 60s, that's how things were. Peace Center bed and breakfast. Gigi's like, wow, talk about a perfect deal, right? That had to be the best day of his life, I'll tell you that much.
I also pick it on that too. Like if I get a weird vibe,
Coffee Cantata. This is like still a happening neighborhood, you know. There's still a lot of cool stuff around here. I mean, I'm not sure. Yeah, I'll probably still streaming for a little while longer. Probably until I have to go back to my car after the 4 hours is up. I didn't start, I mean, I probably do 3.5 hour live stream, something like that. We'll see how long I can go. I keep smelling pizza slices though. There's a lot of pizza joints on this street. But we always play it by ear when it comes to live streaming. It's like, you know, when you feel like going out, you go. When you feel like ending, you end. It's the beautiful thing of YouTube. Nobody really tells you what you got to do and when you got to do it. Very artsy area, absolutely. Tons of murals everywhere. Very nice signs on the wall, like for the stores. Laguna Cafe Restaurant and Hookah Lounge. Cairo Nights. You guys ever been to a hookah lounge? I'll just do what I did with the Randall Museum. Just walk in like I'm basically the owner. Thanks. Thanks. Let me grab my glasses from there. I just had to leave my backpack. Hey, Mark. So do you guys have a record player at home? I don't have a record player. Cool picture book of San Francisco here. Old school photos from the city. I like stuff like that. These are some rare and collectible CDs. Neville 6000 might like this kind of stuff. He's a big music guy. Super nice store. Medano is a big music guy. Suffices to say. No, but I want to get a record player. So do I. I want to get a record player and start collecting records. It's just you need time, money, and space, and all that stuff, you know. John Lennon. Ooh, this is a good album. Imagine by John Lennon. German version, $50. $30 for that one. Mind Games. Okay, this is a band right here that I like. Led Zeppelin. I like a lot of bands, but This one I had at home, Led Zeppelin 3, I believe. Led Zeppelin 4. Oh no, this is Led Zeppelin 3. First one I showed you, I believe, was Led Zeppelin 1. This is Led Zeppelin 2. This is a really good one. This might be my favorite album by them. This has What Is and What Should Never Be and a bunch of other good songs. Whole Lot of Love. What Is and What Should Never Be is one of my favorite songs by them. Of course, we've got the most famous Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift. What bands do you guys like in the chat? They have free live performances here. Oh, cool. You're shopping for a record player, can't wait to get it. Oh, cool, Jazz. Lauren has a record player but doesn't work anymore. You used to buy and trade CDs, all the music stores on Haight Street. Such a cool area, right, for music? And music history too, you know? Oh, Medano probably likes this album here. I believe this is his favorite band, Queen. Just pure classic rock these guys were. I believe that's Medano's favorite band. Let's see what other Queen albums they have. Queen's greatest hits. Yeah, you like your Queen, eh? Man, they rocked the house. Bohemian Rhapsody, one of the greatest songs of all time. Another one, Bites the Dust. And a whole bunch of other good songs. These guys were... You guys ever heard of Live Aid? Live Aid? I know Medano and Roy have, and some of the people who are closer to my age. Live Aid was a huge concert in, I believe, multiple cities. It was in London and New York. And they basically multi-streamed it. Well, we didn't call it streaming. We just called it watching on TV. But they had it on every chat. Like, it was like everyone in the world watched that. Live Aid. It was the biggest concert of all time. And one of the biggest things that's ever been on television. And Queen really stole the show. Queen basically stole the show at that concert. That whole concert belonged to Queen. You remember watching Live Aid, so do I. What an amazing time, right? The world was so united for the Ethiopian famine. Not only Live Aid, but We Are the World and Tears Are Not Enough were two songs made by... Well, We Are the World was made by all American singers and artists. Tears Are Not Enough was all the famous Canadians. 1985, Live Aid. Big in the 80s, yep. You think you were a year old when Live Aid happened? No, I was more than a year, unfortunately. Yeah, that concert rocked the world. Music was huge back then. Like, people, you knew every song. Like, everybody knew every, you know, it was like, nowadays there's all these bands that I've never really heard of, but back then, music united the world. This has to be one of the biggest music stores I've ever been to. I mean, look at the size of this place. This is like a warehouse in here. Records, CDs. I wonder if they have cassette tapes. You think cassette tapes are even a thing anymore? They don't have they don't last long, right? Cassette tapes are not like CDs. And they even have movies too. DVDs here. Music was so much better then. Music was so popular back, like, it was just, I don't know. I don't like to diss this particular generation because it is what it is, you know what I mean? But 80s and 90s when it came to music and movies and art in general, I think was better. 70s and 60s too.
That's for Paul, selling records. Please return to the bodyguard. That's for Paul, selling records.
This is one of the cooler stores in the city. Hey, SF Cynthia, welcome back. You still love cassette tapes. Cassettes are not a thing anymore. Yeah, cassettes don't really last long, right? Some places still sell cassettes. Really cool. Thing with cassettes is like after a while the cassette tape would get like all, if you had an older cassette player, every tape you would play would get all stuck in the thing, and then you got to pull it out, and then you got to use like a number 2 pencil to wind it back. It's hard to explain unless you know what I'm talking about, but I don't know how many times I had to find a number 2 pencil or a Bic pen in order to wind that tape back, because you can't do it with your finger unless it's just a short period. What a cool store though, right? Remind me to get my backpack before I leave. Let's see some of the t-shirts and stuff. It would eat the tape, exactly, it would eat the tape. You use the eraser to rewind it back. Yeah, you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. You guys know exactly what I'm talking about. There was also something called 8-tracks. 8-tracks. So they're not well known, but they were these like big cartridges. They were like basically like video game cartridges that played music. Most people had 8-track players in their cars, not necessarily at home. But I do believe one of our cars had an 8-track player, but I didn't really own very many 8-tracks. Well, what do you guys think of Amoeba Music, right? Totally legit music store here in one of the best music cities in America, if not the world. In terms of the music history from San Francisco, it's really unmatched, right?
Yeah.
Can I get my backpack there, boss? Thank you, sir. Is it just one story, or do you guys have upstairs? Just one story. Amoeba Music. That's the first time I've been there, and I'm glad I went. Super cool place. I gotta get myself a record player, right guys? Like, and a good old-fashioned, we used to have amps. You'd get an amp and you would plug your tape player, your record player, your CD player. You could put it all into your amp, and then you'd have speakers. You'd buy separate speakers that you would connect to the amp. I had a good old Sony amp. Wish I still had it. You need high fidelity speakers, yes. We can head down this way, or yeah, we've already explored Haight Street now, and the whole Haight-Ashbury district we've kind of walked around today. Now we'll make our way towards Oak Street, where they have this park called the Panhandle over there. The large new building on the corner will be affordable housing. Oh, okay. This one, right, that they're building now? Looks pretty nice. There was a sketchy McDonald's. I feel like every McDonald's is sketchy in San Francisco. Have you been to the? Is that McDonald's on Van Nest? Oh my God! The first night when I came, to San Francisco when I moved here in 2021. And, you know, this was during the pandemic. This is like right in the heart of the pandemic. And I stayed at the Holiday Inn on Van Ness over there. I went to the McDonald's the next day, and wow, there was it was craziness. There was like all kinds of, you had to go through security basically to get like there was a guy standing at the door basically making sure that you were like a legit customer rather than just like, you know, or whatever that is. So because so many folks were hanging out there that were doing nefarious things. The food is also sketchy. Been there for a long time. Now no more. Okay, probably good thing. Because that McDonald's on Van Ness, yeah, that's not... Van Ness is a beautiful street, but there's some sketchy parts. You thought there was a McDonald's in SF that doesn't allow anyone under 18? Oh, I don't know. I never heard of that. Every town does have a sketchy McD. That's true. Toronto has a bunch. Your grandmother loved it here, eh? In the 70s? Well, the one thing about San Francisco, it's very, very scenic and beautiful. Like, and it's... I guess one way of describing it is it's like, it's a romantic city, you know what I mean? It's full of romance and mystery. So many stories have been told here. It's not a huge city, but it's got so much aura to it. It's the Panhandle Park over there. Maybe I'll walk through and head over to Fulton Street. I can show you University of San Francisco. I don't think it's far from here. Yes, so Mara, you lived in the US before? Okay, cool, because I remember you mentioning on Henry's streams that you lived in Toronto as well, did you not? Plane tickets go up and down. I use Kiwi.com. They try and find you the best plane ticket prices. Sometimes they'll give you the ones where it's like the traveler hack where you can get a cheaper flight if it's like a layover, even though the airlines don't like it. But because it's weird, like sometimes you'll book the price of a flight to a city you're going to will be more expensive rather than the city that has the layover. It's like, so if you want a direct flight from say San Francisco to Toronto, it might be more expensive than getting a flight that goes from San Francisco to New York, but with a stop in Toronto. I know that doesn't make sense, but sometimes that's how it is. So they'll find you that if it's cheaper.
Oh, I heard about that. Yeah.
And then you can just get out at the layover and skip the second half. University is SF when I cross over, right? Over up there. I think I can see it from here. Go up to Lone Mountain for a killer view. Where's Lone Mountain? I've never heard of Lone Mountain. I literally have no idea where Lone Mountain is, Roy. I think a flight from Florida was over 300, which, you know, I guess that's now for a return flight, that's not bad at all the way from Florida. I mean, that's all the way across the country, so for a return flight 300 to San Francisco, I think is a good deal. Talk to you later, Chandler. Yeah, Alamo Square is not that far too, that's right. This is Hayes Street. I haven't explored this much, but I heard Hayes Valley is cool. I haven't done a video in Hayes Valley. I should do that. I don't know if this counts as Hayes Valley. This school says Nopa Montessori, so maybe this counts as Nopa instead, north of Panhandle. Also, I haven't done that neighborhood. Maybe I'll do both in one day. Let's see how much time I got. I have about 50 minutes, maybe an hour. You love Hayes Valley. I should do a video in Hayes Valley. I never really explored that, but one of my friends was saying we should go have drinks in Hayes Valley at some point. There's the St. Ignatius Church towers. Oh wow. This is a steep one here. This is a long, steep block right here. This might as well be Lone Mountain. Can tell how much slower people walk when they're on these hills. Well, if there's stairs, it shouldn't be a problem. So which way is Lone Mountain then? So go up those stairs. Let's go through the University of San Francisco. Private Jesuit university founded in 1855. That is a long time ago. California only became part of the U.S. in 1848. And the Jesuits were banned from Spain and Mexico, so I don't know if they would have even been here at the time. We need more of Tipsy, Robert. You guys like that home live stream the other day where I was drinking it up? This is a beautiful lawn, but it's actually artificial turf. Probably smart, because if you're going to have a big area of grass like this, you're going to have to water it all the time. As you can see, quite a massive church here they have at this university, named after St. Ignatius of Loyola, the founder of the Jesuits. The Pope that just died, Pope Francis, was the very first Jesuit Pope. He was a member of the Jesuits, and he was the very first one to become Pope after 500 years of the Jesuit order. Amazing church, eh, Denise? It's John Lo Schiavo. John Lo Schiavo, and if it says SJ, that means Society of Jesus, the Jesuits, Center for Science and Innovation. Anytime you see SJ, that means Jesuit. The Society of Jesus is the official name. So keep walking up this street. And it's the first university in San Francisco. And that was the library on the left. And Denise says she's praying for Cardinal Sarah to be the first pope, to be the next pope. Name before is he. Through Shabbat Terrace, and you'll see a nice stairs. Yes, I do see some nice stairs. Gigi says she wants more diversity with the Pope selection. Yes, diversity is good. Look at this. This is part of USF, right? You can just tell by the beautiful design here. That's it. That's Lone Mountain. Oh, okay, cool. So Lone Mountain is actually on the campus. Well, that's interesting. Let's go up these gorgeous staircase. Look at this Spanish style design. Wow. Yeah, these students know what they're doing. If they walk, I walk. First time I've been on this campus. There used to be a cemetery up here, really? So they got rid of even the Jesuit cemetery, huh? Even they couldn't hold on to their cemetery. And this is the Alfred P. Alessandri fountain. Fondly known as Mr. USF. Must have been a popular guy. Got the lion spout there. You would like to be a fly on the wall. Oh yeah, that would be cool, kinda. Although, they all speak Italian probably. Or do they actually communicate in Latin, which is the official language of the Vatican? I wonder if they communicate in Latin, the cardinals. This is very nice here. Beautiful landscaping and a beautiful view of the church and Sutro Tower and Mount Sutro and all the beautiful, and Twin Peaks too over there on the edge. Oh, it was just a regular cemetery prior to, oh really? So that must have been from like Spanish or Mexican times, right? Because this is an old university here. The Sacred Meditation Garden and Sculpture. San Francisco College for Women at Lone Mountain in honor of their 50th reunion. Cool. Preach by example rather than words. Yeah, that's probably a good idea. Nobody listens to words anymore anyways. Great view, eh, Juanita? Some cardinals do speak Latin, really? Oh, I was actually half kidding. Polymathy, oh cool. This looks like the main university building here. Maybe we'll try and go inside and see what the university looks like indoors. Beautiful tower here. They've got the heart with the IHS. IHS is the Jesuit symbol. I believe it stands for Sacred Heart of Jesus. You love the traditional Latin Mass. I've never been to one of those. Some flags over there representing Korea, China, Japan, California, Mexico. This is the Court Bell Tower. Maybe I can get a snack in there. Hang on, I gotta tie my shoe. Oh, have I been on wide angle this whole time? You guys like it better with wide angle or regular angle? Nice hardwood floors. Kind of loud though. Here's the welcome center. Here's some classrooms. Beautiful statue of Mary. Oh, a signal? All right. Let's go outside. Sorry. Oh, they've got a whole cafe here. Cool. Smells good. I'm not that hungry though, so I'm gonna hold off. Can we get out here? Is there an exit out here? Cool, right? Inside. I like that cafeteria they have there. It smelled really good. But I'm gonna hold off on eating anything because I'm not that hungry. And I've got a little seating area here where you can see the whole city. Beautiful view from the University of San Francisco, Lone Mountain. Is this school expensive to attend? Probably very expensive. Jazz thinks it's beautiful. Very scenic, huh? Like imagine going to this school and just hanging out here, having a cup of coffee on your break between classes, and you get to see the whole city and just chill. I don't know if I'm able to exit out here. Let's see. Definitely a cool university though. Very great views from here. Yes, the gardens are nice too. Everything is all real nice. And that's because HD Apex said it costs $78,000 a year to come here. Now that's a lot for tuition. Is that just the tuition, HD, or is that for everything? Tuition and room and board? They obviously have enough money to have nicely manicured gardens. Only Jesuits can park here. Tuitions, housing, and meals. 80 grand a year. And you're going to need more than that too to live in San Francisco because it's pretty expensive here. So plan on spending about $150,000 a year if you come here. Or maybe 120. $61,000 for full-time students. That's a lot. It's like double Harvard, probably. Let's go this way. Down to, I believe this is, what street is this? This is Turk, okay? No, it's not UC. This is a private Jesuit university. Just got back from getting a haircut. What are we doing? Well, we started out in Haight-Ashbury. Showed you guys where the Grateful Dead and Janis Joplin lived. We made our way around. We went over to Buena Vista Park, went to Randall Museum. Then the first live stream died somehow while I was in the bathroom over there. And then I started up another live stream, and we went to Amoeba Music, one of the coolest record stores I've ever been to. And now we were just exploring the University of San Francisco.
Going to the party for night.
There's this Paul McCartney exhibit at the De Young Museum. I'd like to check that out one day. It's got all these photographs from Paul and the Beatles' life. Let's head down Masonic. You like the street for its colors and trees. Yeah, this whole neighborhood is very pretty, period. Like, The houses are pretty. The like the landscaping, all the different colors and all the different designs of these houses are very unique. And that university is gorgeous. This is one of the, I don't think it's a hidden gem, this neighborhood. Everyone knows about Haight-Ashbury, but I feel like they don't come here quite as much as some of the other neighborhoods. It's a little bit farther than downtown. And I don't think we're necessarily in Haight-Ashbury. Maybe we're in Nopa. But all these neighborhoods are kind of close to each other. Golden Gate Avenue, I believe. Yes, the Young Museum is over in the park, that's right, yeah. Now, I think I'm heading towards Fulton, right, HD? Cool. And probably a left towards Baker. Three blocks away. Thank you, HD. That's perfect. I'll probably be getting there just in time for my 4 hours of free parking, which is awesome. Because I mean, even to take the BART here, I have to go to the BART station, which is very close to my house, but I got to pay $3 to park there, and then to take the BART downtown is about, it's almost $5. It's like $4.75 just to take it one way, which frankly is a little bit expensive for a subway system. I know it's more of a commuter rail, but so then it's $10 to go both ways, and then so it ends up being $13 to come to the city, which isn't that much, but I'd rather just drive 22 minutes and find a parking spot. But if I'm going to market in Powell or something like that, there's no way to find a parking spot over there. This area of town is a lot easier. Got some interesting shields or something on there. What are those? Some sort of shield? I'd call this discreet luxury, this neighborhood. That's a good way of putting it. It's not ostentatious, but It's nice and it's expensive here for sure, and it's clean and it's quiet at night, but there is action happening during the day, especially during the weekends. I like that green building here. Be cool to have one of those corner apartments right there. Look at those corner apartments with those rounded windows. You get so much light shining in all day, and great views from up there. Yeah, it was cool exploring USF, Roy. Maybe one day we'll meet for a coffee or something over at the USF cafe over there. It looks pretty cool. I think they had other options too, but I was only looking at where they had the pastries, but I could smell like real food cooking. Maybe HD and Boris and Dre or whoever else wants to come, we can join us there one day at the USF campus and hang out. Here's the Nopa Corner Market. Boris is all in. Cool, Boris. Yeah, like instead of meeting for alcohol, we'll meet for coffee and lunch or something. That's more amenable to folks who don't drink. Andre says hello, everyone. Welcome. USF is your alma mater. Boris, I was just exploring all of UFS and you didn't say anything in the chat. Were you busy? I just walked through the whole university over there. I didn't see any comments from you. I didn't know you went to there for your master's degree, or is it PhD? That's awesome. That's a cool school. Really nice campus. So you're very familiar with it, obviously. If you're totally down for hitting up your alma mater for lunch or coffee or something. And the cafeteria looked nice, right? They have a lot of options, right? I only saw what they had on the coffee and pastry menu, but they probably have everything there, right? Oh, no worries, Boris. It's a very beautiful campus. Had to take a call for work. Oh yeah, no worries. And this is where I had my coffee earlier. And you can smell the donuts right now. They're cooking fresh donuts in there. It smells real good. $2.25 for a coffee. You ever want a cheap coffee there? You go there. Is it like really high end? No, but I don't care about high end because I drink like Pete's coffee, or I drink sometimes instant coffee, like so. Let me just check something real quick. Oh, you remember that place? Cool. You're a poor SFSU alum. No worries. Roy also, I believe, went to SFSU. Correct me if I'm wrong, Roy. I'm bad with I'm not too super familiar with all the schools in the city. What? No, 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 no. It says 4-hour parking. It has not been 4 hours. What the fuck? They gave me a ticket. Oh, 9 to 11, street cleaning. Oh, shit. I didn't see that sign. Okay, well, I got a ticket for street cleaning. Shit happens. Yeah, fuck, I never saw, sorry. I never saw that sign, 9 to 11, Saturday street cleaning. That sucks. I only looked at the 4-hour sign. Every Thursday they give street clean out. That's how it is. You got to pay attention, otherwise you get tickets in this city. No, 97. $97 for fuck's sakes. Sorry about the swearing. No wonder, yeah, that's why I found parking here, right? I should have paid attention to that. Shit, that sucks. Ah, well. Life goes on. Dan says, ouch. Yes, ouch. 90, I'm gonna, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna try and fight that ticket. I'm gonna try and fight that ticket, all right? I don't know if I have any basis to fight it, but I'm going to try and fight it. Yes, I like coffee. Oh, yeah, that bakery smells real good over there. You can smell the donuts cooking. I know, 97 just for a street cleaning ticket. That is expensive. It's way more. It's only 45 HD. You're right, over in South City. Because we have street cleaning on our street, and I didn't get a ticket, but my roommates have gotten tickets, and it's only 45. Yeah, 97 bucks. That's a shitload to be spending on a parking ticket. I guess I should have taken the train. Oh, you got a $97 ticket too a while back? Yeah. You got to pay attention to these signs. It said between 9 and 11 every Thursday they have street cleaning. All I was looking at was the 4-hour parking here. Yeah, I don't know why it went up to 97. Has it always been 9? Well, it says street cleaning on it. That sucks. Derek, what's up, my man? For a late meter? Oh, geez. Well, I'm gonna end the live stream now since I'm here at my car, so sorry for those who showed up. I got a $450 ticket for parking in a white zone at 9 p.m. Whoa, that's a lot. Well, I guess I'm gonna start saying my goodbyes on that note. Roy is at over a $400 ticket once. Wow. Well, it is what it is. You pay it and then you forget about it a month later and you're like, oh, I got a $100 ticket. Shit happens. Not much you can do about it. All right, everyone. Thanks so much for joining. Yes, we had a double stream. Sorry about the first one that died while I was in the bathroom there at the museum. But we saw some cool neighborhoods. Haight-Ashbury and Nopa and the University of San Francisco and a bunch of other places with a bunch of nice views. Please remember to like and subscribe, hit all those buttons, join the membership, yada, yada, yada. We'll see you on the next one. All right, bye, folks.